I went on a trip with my buddies, 8 of my buddies, 25 saunas in 7 days in Finland. And this is what I learned. First off, the United States is trying to catch up in sauna culture. Finland has 3 million saunas and they only have 5 million people. So basically everybody has a sauna. It's a huge part of their life. I think the thing that was the most different from what I expected is the egos or lack of ego. In the US, people are like, kind of like, how long can you stay in, pushing each other, and it's very data oriented. Finland, it's all about the feel. Like people that get in, they get out when they want to. People are talking. There's nothing, there's no timers. There's very little attention given to like temperatures. It's just what feels good. Is it too hot? Is it not? Do I feel good? Do I want to get out? And so there were no egos. And I think that's the biggest contrast. In the United States, I think we look at the sauna as this like tool, kind of like we treat exercise. People are like, how long should I exercise? How many times a week? What type of exercise? And I think we try to apply that same mindset to sauna, but I think the reason why longevity is so impacted in Finland, all those big studies in sauna about all-cause mortality and longevity and reduction in different diseases is done over there because they're 40-year-long studies. They're the only place people sauna enough to actually do these types of studies. But the thing is, I think that the longevity actually comes from the way they approach it. One, they believe in it. Like they think the sauna is a huge part of health and wellness, right? So when you have belief in something, it tends to work. We see that with placebo effects, but this is on another level. 2, it brings people together. And so it's common practice in Finland, even at like a normal, maybe a lower level apartment complex, there's a communal sauna. In families, normally Saturday tends to be a big sauna day in Finland. Families will book the sauna and they go sauna as a family. And when you think about that in the United States, like there's not many people that are as a family every week spending an hour or two together without their phones or technology or watching TV. Like that's pretty cool. I think that makes a big difference. And then it creates this like this culture of sauna, and then their kids do it. And so I think, the way they approach it from a community perspective is pretty cool. And then, I guess the last piece I didn't expect was like, they just hammer beers in the sauna. Every single place we went, there was Pilsner beer. And so I didn't expect that. I think in the US, people look at the sauna like a gym, right? A lot of gyms have saunas. And so you wouldn't think, oh, there's going to be beers there. But in Finland, like they're totally separate. Like a gym, probably, I don't think they would have a sauna. There's sauna places, or you have a sauna at home. And so it's just a different part of their life. They're not associated. So on the weekends, like, some guys in the US, they might go to a bar and have some beers, or go golfing and have some drinks. Guys might go to the sauna and drink some beers and have some salmon soup or whatever it is. So that was interesting. That was something I didn't necessarily expect. But the other part of that is like, they're hanging with their friends. Are the beers good from a longevity perspective? No, but like you could make the argument like that connection and having friends and community and this thing I look forward to and having low stress and just hanging out. You could make the argument that the positives of that are actually overweighing the negatives of the beer. And so I think there's a time and place for most things, and I think they have it pretty well figured out over there. They are the happiest country in the world, right? So there's tons of rankings, but they don't tell you happiest and friendliest are not the same thing. They are very happy. They're not the most like warm, inviting people, but I think life, when we think about being like when you think about life in general, I think being happy is what most people seek. But I don't know if everyone actually thinks about what that means. And I think the reason they're happy is I think they have their priorities in order. I think they know what's important to them. And I think those things are under control or they have control over those things in their life. I think in the States sometimes like we get so caught up on money and who's who and all these different material things that we don't realize the things that make us happy are right in front of us. And I think sauna brings some of that stuff together. And I think, subconsciously it adds to the reason why they have such happiness and such levels of purpose in their life, is because they're with people they love, they're doing something that makes them feel good, that's good for their body, and it's stress-free. And so I think that's important. So all in all, everyone should check out Finland. It's an amazing place. But I think adapt some of their cultures, some of their sauna culture, and that is reducing stress, no egos, thinking about how do I make my body feel good without adding another layer of something to think about and all this data, and be consistently with people you love. And I think if you do those things, you'll be in a good spot. So if you like this video and you want more videos like this on sauna and sauna culture, like, subscribe, comment. It helps us out a ton, and we look forward to hearing from you.